Good morning, my friends, and welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name's Darren, and I'm here on a Monday. Where are we at here? Let me get my cameras working. Maybe not. Camera down again. There we go. Not that you have to see my mug in the morning, but good morning. We have Monday, the 24th of June. We're just charging through the year here. Here's the markets. We're looking at the NASDAQ here. We'll start with NASDAQ. I hope you guys had a great weekend. So we'll start on the daily here because it's kind of hoping we could run up into here in Friday's high. It looks like we're taking out Friday's low first. These relative equal lows down here. And if we are continuing down, we're looking for this little imbalance here. And then the only other thing we got left is the downside fair value gap below us on the daily. We do have this above us here. And we're inside this larger one here. So if we drop below this, come back and find some support inside here. I'm looking for more downside prices heading for this lower low here. But we've got this whole area here we can come back inside with obviously Friday's high and the fair value gap inversion above us. So let's see where this takes us. Let's go to a 4-hour here. Equal lows down here. I'd like to see us get below this candle here, this breaker. If we can get below that, come back and find support at it and continue pushing for lower prices down for these equal lows in this fair value gap here, that would be the area to key off of here. That would be the daily fair value gap you see there. Came back, traded perfectly back to it. And then we're just continuing to drive through this order block here. We're well through the mean threshold of that candle already, multiple times. Now we're trading on the other downside of it. You want to see it get below it though on a close. And then get back up into it. So today we like to see it trade below it. Tuesday trade back up into it, and then start making new lows for the week. That's ideally where I'd like to see it go. So more downside. And let's look at S&P 500 on the daily. $55.10, looking for the downside there. Yeah, looking for downside to 155.10 or 55.10. See what kind of reaction we get out of that. Back into this order block. Equal lows. Equal highs now. And equal lows. This mean threshold holds. Look for the highs first before further run down. We do have this little fair value gap above us on the 4-hour. We have that little breaker right there, which would put us right in the consequent encroachment of this SIBI here. You see this? On the 4-hour, we have this right here, this breaker. Right in the consequent encroachment. So if we do take these highs, look for a run up into here. I wouldn't want to see it go any further than that. Keep that open as a breakaway gap. And then start pushing lower. If we don't take those highs and we just continue pushing lower, I'm looking for down here. We have a reversal here. We have not taken out that low though. We have a reversal past here. Body breaks above. We're turning back into it. So looking for session open to provide a level of support and get a reaction off that. See if we can come back up and take these equal highs. If we close below here, below the session open on a close, then look for these downside candles, the bottoms, sorry, the lows, and then this fair value gap fill here. So you're looking for any opportunity to see a small reversal on the 1-minute chart in here at that level, right at the session open or near the session open. And let's look a little further here into the Dow Jones. On the daily. Look at that. Look at this reversal here. Just a change in direction. Right here. Body trades above it. Trade all the way back to the perfect entry right there. On the daily and pushing back up higher. And that's the upside objective here. Put it somewhere in this box right here. That's the upside objective for me. We're down. Or look at this candle here. 4 hour. Reversal here. All these lows get taken here. Reversal. Look for trade back to here. It doesn't. You continue on higher. 1 hour. Nice clean reversal here. Comes all the way back and clips it perfectly here for the long. I'd like to see it get back into somewhere around here. If we pass that, then we're looking for something in 50% of that range, which would be this breaker here. If we revisit this breaker here at 39,577, it'd be a fill of this fair value gap on the downside. Leave this open, go higher. If we do visit, obviously that's the furthest down you can come is back to the session open again, and then continue higher. All this is relative equal lows, so you've already taken the equal highs here. You want to see support off of this and go higher. If not, your line in the sand is this fair value gap right here. Our higher objective is to go higher in Dow, so you'd want to see this hold price and continue up. Nice reversal here. Taking out these lows. All right, let's look at the next one. Look at oil. Look at oil on the daily. So you'd like to see oil get down into these equal highs inside that fair value gap. Come back, revisit the bottom of that, which would fill this fair value gap here. Come back into this multi-leg or multi-candle breaker here. Or this one. I'd like to see it just come back, tap it, which it's done already, and then leave. That's daily, so I'd like to see that as an upside objective still. For oil, 4 hour. I want to see it get above here on the 4 hour on a close. See how the bodies have stopped right on it. And we're rejecting off of it. So that's kind of like the false bull idea. You want to see this get below here if you're going to continue down again. You want to see it close below this and this low here. Come back, find some support at this to get deeper into this range again. If it doesn't, and you see it snap back in here, that's the high you want to see it break on a close before going higher on a 4 hour. 1 hour. We've got these lows all taken here, reversal. Body trades above it right here. You trade back into it on a session open and continue higher. Pull your fib tool inside here. You're trading all the way back up into this order block. You'll see it fill it right up in here. Didn't quite tap the breaker right there. We're a little shy of that. But pull your fib tool inside there. That would have given you dandy money. Now, if we extend the range past here, keep your eyes, go to this fair value gap below you here, and these lows. The mean threshold has to hold here. Let me see where we're at here. Forex. These lows were taken right here. You can just see just a few pipettes was enough to take that low. Like 5 pipettes. We got through this fair value gap right here, the reversal, taking these lows. There's the reversal, body traded above it, come back, tap it, and continue higher. This is the range you're looking for up here. The box you're looking to trade into. See if it hits that today or this week. Then you're looking for these highs to get taken if that area is lost. Oh, this is only hourly. Okay. So we're looking for higher prices. Oh, see this big pool of liquidity sitting up here and this fair value gap sitting here. British pound. Crazy about this British pound. It's very choppy here. Oh, I'm in July's contract here too. I'm going to call that too choppy for me. Australian dollar. This is the daily chart. You're marred down in all this mess here. We're still overall bullish. I'm still overall bullish in this, looking for these equal highs above you here. Until we trade below this, we start digging into this fair value gap on a close. I'm bullish till then. So all the time we're still staying inside this one or above. I'm good. Right down to here. We start losing that on a close, then I'm switching to bearish. Let's look for is there anything else in gold or something? Gold's a bit choppy. You got to see gold get above 2341 on a close. And use that level of support. That's what I'm looking for there. Let's look at some of these. Soybeans come down, bounced off this. You got this consolidation, got a drop below, come back, find support at a CAM 1 model, continue down. Corn, body trade's below it here, just came up and tapped it here before going lower. For consolidation, CAM 1 model here. Nothing in sugar still. We're still bullish from here. All the time we stay above this level, well, anytime we stay above here, we're bullish. So I'm looking for sugar to take out these highs, get back into this 1973. Coffee, I want to see this close today above here. If it closes above here, looking for this level of provide support, continue higher, taking out these highs, that high over here on April 18th. Live cattle, I'm still looking for live cattle to get down into, my buddy and I were looking at this yesterday. We both agree upside objective is still in the cards for me. I still look for this. We've been looking for this for weeks now, calling for cattle to get up into this level. Cocoa's hit the upside objective again. Now we're looking for a downside objective. We've hit it. Now you want to see it trade through here and start extending this range down below these lows here for cocoa. It's got to close below that level right there though today. So we'll see what that's like tomorrow. Lumber hit our objective down here. Look at that, right on the money this morning. Perfectly on our objective. See if it travels through that now. We use it as support to get back up into this range. We'll see what happens with this. But that's a perfect hit. Lean hogs. I'm looking for a return to back to support here. And if we roll over and continue going down lower, let's look for these two lows to get taken. And we're looking for a run back into this level here. 88.35. $88.35. So that's those guys. Other than that, good morning, Hans, Hadi, Fernando, Jonas, Erica. Good morning, Mr. Pips, Russell, Abs, Lewis. Good morning, and Tristan, my friend. How are you? We may end up seeing this Friday objective I was looking for earlier, but we've run that low. So now would be nice to see this reverse here and start coming back up, taking these equal highs here and start running back up into that higher objective. I'd want to see this fair value gap form here at 10 o'clock. Open, trade through it on a close, come back, find some support at this candle. You want to see a body get above here. Come back, find support at this, and then start pushing higher for me to be bullish again. They'd have to use this as leverage to go higher, as a fair value gap, and that order block there as support. Do you all have a good weekend this weekend? I hope you had a great weekend. Dow Jones is definitely pushing higher now. That was our upside objective. It's found support off of that, has it not? Yes, it did. On the 1 minute chart. Oh, perfect. Look at this. Continuation. We have this low taken, reversal. And there she blows. We're looking for this. We talked about this low, taken, reversal. If you don't get a chance to get back in it, wait for the candle that initiates the run. We closed above it right here. Come back, tapped it right there perfectly, and then left, taking these highs. I didn't catch it, but I hope y'all did. These lows are taken here. You want to see this climb above here now. I guess ideally you'd want to see that stay open first. Create a fair value gap there and then start climbing higher. But if we take a run right through this and this becomes the fair value gap, you want to see it clear these highs here and then push higher. Aussie dollar still pushing higher. I want to see that clear out these highs here now. We're still, relatively bullish on that. Bitcoin's had a nice little run this morning. Looking for a continued push up higher. So we're watching this one here now. So we traded just below it here, popped up inside it. Inside the range, I like to see this whole price here. We can get down into that. There's a little imbalance right here. Just hit the imbalance. Morning, Lambo. Russell, nice reversal to the open. Caught 12 handles on that entry. Thank you. We still have range 611. Like to see that gap get filled this week or today. Yeah. Like to see this candle here be the last line in the sand. Otherwise, we're gonna this reversal. To see this range here, this order block here, should, where you want to see it mean threshold hold, which is also this order block you want to get above here and find support. Yeah, Judas swing could go lower. We're definitely on the bearish side right now. Definitely bearish now. Now we've had a little retracement. Looking at that fair value gap down here now. Retracement. Do we take that high out? What's the high on that candle? High is 2300, 2330. Same. They're equal highs. Change in direction. Here we traded below it, came back up inside this one for support. Low is taken. Looking for that box. If we get through that box, then we're looking for these equal lows here. One minute again. You trade above here, getting back up into that range again. Rebalance that city. Oops, sorry. Keep hitting I'm knocking everything over here. All right. ICT released a video on a turtle soup he got. That's ICT for you. He's a magician, that man. It's very interesting. Yeah, I like to see that head for this downside objective today. I like for us to see us start running for these lows in the daily. We're into this imbalance right here. Run that. We're looking for that little box that drew out there on the 1 hour, I think it was. So far, we're hitting the box. Now I want to see us drive through this box. On 1 minute chart, you can see we're already starting to do a little reverse here. See, we've got the reversal here. You're back up inside this range now. Taking this high out. Now, if you want to continue on the downside, you want to see this roll over here in the next candle, create a little fair value gap here, or trade through this one as a fair value gap to the downside, find support, and start eating through this again. Otherwise, your upside objective is that candle or that little fair value gap there. If Dixie's red, then that means the all these foreign currencies are running for those objectives we talked about. Continuation, that's the upside objective we're looking for here. And this here is hit its objective that we talked about right now. Just hit that objective right there. I want to see it react off of here and start driving back down again, or use the mean threshold of that level, consequent encroachment of that level. Leave this open, start pushing back down now. Yeah, you got Fridays. I have Fridays at abs. The 14th, standby. Cool, actually. It would have to be there. I think that's with the same one you got there, abs. Okay, so that's remaining bullish now. See how we broke through this candle with the reversal? That gives you the indication we've changed direction. Break-in structure, candle that supports it, run up above it, come back, find support at it, continue pushing higher. And now we're working through that whole upside level. We just closed above it, come back down, tap it. Now you're looking for higher prices. We're right on it here. We've just closed above it. So how you shave that is so close. You've hit the mean threshold of that. So if that's your wiggle room, you're literally, your line in the sand was hit. Now you want to see that snap all the way through this. It's got to close below here for me now. It's literally bouncing around inside that level there. Want to tear up? There's your 10 o'clock open. I get the wrong one. June 14th. Or am I in the wrong one here? I don't see anything in there, Abs, that looks even remotely close. June 14th, right there. There's nothing else in there, man. I don't know what one you're looking at. You can't look at that one. That's not the right time. So you're not counting that one? And you don't count price and bounces, I would imagine. You're looking way up here. I will defer to your authority, my friend. I will defer to your authority. And supported this. Continue going higher. We just cleared these highs out. So now we're looking for a, if you're looking for a reversal, we want to see this candle trade below here. Green level has a large open range gap that is still open. All this liquidity is cleared out here now. So look at the hourly. So I've taken those lows. You hit the box. So for me, you'd have to trade above here on the hourly on a close, and then find support inside this candle here. This break, I guess it'd be a mitigation block. We didn't take that low out with that swing. It would be this one here. You want to get above here, find support inside here, and then get above that candle. If we can get above these equal highs, we'll start running back up into that range again. Otherwise, it's just a reaction back up inside here. Look at this, 62%, I bet, of that whole range. Yep, there's optimum trade entry, reversal, 75%. If we leave the rest of that open, this could be the downward run. So we'll wait for a reversal here to confirm that. If not, if it continues to the upside, then we're looking for those hourly objectives. Yeah, this was the reversal here. You see that? Then off this bullish breaker here, we ran up, came back down, clipped it beautifully here for continuation on the upside. And that's 22 to, hey, that's 66 handles there. Just in that little 3-4 minute run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute run. 66 handles. So run up into here. Doing it again. You'll see me keep running back here, you guys. Sorry. You're not taking this one. It's the very first one. You're taking this one. So you're ignoring this and going for this. Because that's the first one I see. Now I want to see get through here. If you're taking a 200 loss, that's not 200 points. I would imagine that's just $200 for about. Keep your eyes on those reversals. When you see that it fails for you right there, as soon as it goes above that and it fails, that's where you should be rethinking your short. And just look at the range you're in and look for the higher objective. And then as soon as that higher objective gets taken right there, you got more upside. We're just going to watch it just bouncing around inside here now. We have that hourly upside objective. Not quite hit at 19,997. So the fill of that fair value gap there. And then we see how it reacts off of that. So if we're just coming back to fill this and then reacting and coming back down deeper. I want to see that 1 minute giveaway low here. Yeah, I'm not worried about how much money you made, Furba. I want to know if you're trading your plan or not. The money doesn't matter if you're not trading your plan. It's just gambling then. There's the reversal right there. So now that we've traded below that, we've traded back up into it. I would expect to see this go lower now. I was long from 954. 954. Up to the nearest swing. Oh, good. That's so you've got a nice little reversal. I like that. So there's swing and then ran equally with highs due to my bearish bias. I missed 70 move points, only caught 30. Okay. Good morning, Sir Derek. How are you, buddy? Bakery's closed, Derek. Derek's opening up his own little ice cream parlor now. You'll be selling ice cream on the side for all those people that are coming out of the bakery. Well, I'm glad you're cooling down, buddy. I'm glad you're cooling down. Morning, Shepard. I guess we'll find out whether or not that works out, Abs. So I'm just looking at this little, so we're at 70% optimum trade entry. inside this little run right here. Come back inside this, find support. So you're looking for this to continue going shorter, and you want to see it break through here on the downside to continue going shorter, because then we're reaching for from this objective, and my downside box will be somewhere in here. That's the downward box I'm aiming for. Morning, Michael. How are you? So keep your eyes on this little inversion here. We've traded back into that. So I'm looking for more, obviously more downside here. And how are you doing this morning, Michael? Congratulations on the turtle soup entry. Well done. Not that you need my approval or anything, but well done. So I'm looking for this level here. It's kind of like my little line in the sand here. So now if we trade back through this and find support at this, then you're more bullish. We're back to bullish again. Coming in to watch paint dry with us, Michael. Let's see what we got on the, while we're letting that brew, let's have a look, see what we got in the Dow Jones, if that's hit our objective that we're looking for. Yep, look at that, right on the money. That was the upside objective we were marking. Nice. Like calling it like Michael there. That was our upside objective this morning, Michael. And there's the box we're looking for in euro. Look at that. Bingo. That was the upside objective we were looking for in euro. Euro dollar. Australian dollar still going higher. So we're looking for, I wish you were here earlier, Michael, when we were calling this. That was the upside box objective. So reversal, order block breaker right here. Ran above it, come back, find some support at this level. These two little candles here. And then push for this inversion over here. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we still have our downside objective we're reaching for. Dow's doing a morning run, isn't it? Must be doing a 10K soon. I hope you've been, I don't know if Michael's still in here or not, but I hope you've been managed to weed out some of those leakers you got sitting in the mentorship page on Telegram. It boggles my mind how you get people that have spent all that time with you in your charts and they still want to leak it. Whatever you're saying, it's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I've been with you since 2016, back in August. And it boggles my mind when people just, they think they're just going to take what you've got and make it their own. It's crazy. Come on, hit my box. Do you remember when you did this to us, Michael, back in 2016? When you drew this little box on the screen and you said, oh, I expected it to come down in here. And we were watching it and it was doing this. It was going back up. We were like, there's no way it's coming down there. It's going away. And it literally came down and went ping right into the box and left. And we were all like, oh, how did you do that? How did you do that? That was like mind-blowing. And now here I am 6 years later and I'm doing the same thing you did. Isn't that great? I'm so excited. It's coming into the box. Now, we're hoping it gets through the box here now, through here and continue down. So there you go, Michael. I got to recreate something you did years ago. Isn't that exciting? So you want to see it close below here now. And we're looking for those, again, look for your downside objective. And I still think abs, we're going for something a little different there. I'm going to try that other one instead. Sorry, buddy, but that's what I'm going to try for. Let me do the 1 minute here. Sorry. This is the one I want. You'd have to ask Michael on this. I'll have to ask Michael on the sidelines about these ones from the 930, like those little imbalances, and whether or not you'd use this one or the imbalance. If Michael's still in here, I don't know if he'd answer that question or not, but anyway, he's probably not even in here anymore. Into the box, reversal. Well, let's hope he was around to see that. I'm happy that I also saw what Michael has mentioned, the target, but didn't hold up to here. MF morning, sirs. Morning, MF. Still many things I need to learn, I'm sure. Nice 10 a.m. SB reversal. Take profit hit. Like a rate. That's exactly what it was, buddy. Well, I hope he got to see that. Something to replicate what he did for us years ago. It was so awesome to see that kind of his kind of price action call. How many of you guys saw this run from 3-minute inversion fair value gap? I tape read due to 220 pip loss just in 3 minutes. My psychology got damaged today, so I only tape read this, and it was a winning trade. Don't so much focus on whether or not it's a winning trade or not a winning trade. Look for the specific setup that you're looking for. If you find this, because with this reversal that we're looking for here, you see the reversal, body breaks down below it, uses this inversion here as support to continue going lower with a downside objective in mind, inside a range that you're trading in, right? So look for your setup. Did the setup happen? If you're trading it paper, or you're trading it with a demo account, be sure that your setup is working. You've got your fail safe in. Where does it fail for me? When you hear me explaining this, if we trade back above this again, it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for continuation on the downside. So you don't want to see, you could have your fail safe. So when it fails there, you know you're on the wrong side. Get back in sync with the market again. And that's the whole point of this 1 minute chart. So as we read these, that you guys can try and stay on the horse. Where does it throw you off? Where does it fail for me? Where do I want to see a continuation? So I want to see it trade through this thing on a close to the downside to continue further down. If not, we're back inside this range again, finding support here to go higher inside that range. Pull your fib tool from top to bottom here, and you're back into that premium portion of this little small range right here where this swing high has and this little swing low. So you go from here to here and see how you got to 62% of that small little range right there. And you're inside a fair value gap. So look for something that can give you a little confluence of what at that level is a logical level that would provide a run back to inside a smaller range. Now we have this order block here. Look on this side here. And we also have that, that Monday. Where did I just have that? Right there. Lock that in place. You want to find some support here, either continue down, or again, we're going to start running back through that, find support and start going higher yet. So see how this, we don't have a reversal, we just have a change in direction right now. We've got above this fair value gap here, and we've closed right on that. So you want to see it come back, find some support inside here. From here to here. Find support at this to push higher, and then we're stuck between this one and this one. We're inside that larger range from here to here. You want to get above a premium to push higher, or otherwise we're working internal range liquidity right now. Still many things I need to learn. Crayfish, take profit, hit, like array. Yep. I took 2 weeks off work to watch Michael's mentorship, the best 2-week investment of my life. I still watch them to this day. I still can't get my head around how amazing this stuff is. It's free. Yeah. That's why you don't pay for it from someone else. You go straight to the horse. Learn it from the guy who, and he's giving it to you for free. The rest of us paid for it back in the day. And even then, if you were smart and you really realized what you were getting, and you're probably saying to yourself, really, he's only charging this much? This is kind of crazy. So you keep your mouth shut, say, hope he doesn't increase the prices, and turn around and say, well, the next month it's going to be double the price, and I'm going to give you something even better. I would have paid it just because the way he sold it, the way he presented it was amazing. So again, it sounds like we're blowing sunshine up your butt, Michael, if you're still here. But how people, and you're getting it for free from him online, and he still puts videos out there. Man. And people want to go, oh, it's mine. I made it all mine. I stole this. It's all mine. It's my stuff. It's not your stuff. And it's even that, you'll listen to the people, the common language that's out there now. People are using fair value gaps, mitigation blocks. They're using all his terminology. And for some reason, you go, where'd that come from then? Because that stuff wasn't called that back in the day. And now all of a sudden, everybody's calling it the same stuff he's calling it. It's like, wow, is that a strange coincidence or what? Anyway, there's the support off that level we're looking for. Looking for a higher run inside this range here now. So it's just, we're hunting for internal range liquidity. So again, look for this level. You got inside this range to pull your fib tool from high to low here. There's 50% of that larger range here. So if we just popped into the premium looking for a discount, you want to see that hold price and start driving through here. But you got to get through this on a close to start looking for lower prices for me. And then I'm really between this guy and this guy. I want to get below this and then dig into this and get below that. Take out this low on a close, and then you'll start looking for lower prices. What is the black box with Monday on it? Oh, it's a fair value gap. That's all. So getting through it. That's what I like to see. We've closed below it. Nice sign. Now get through this one. Come back, find some support at this. We have a little high taken out here. Not a significant high, but we've got this reversal right here. We've got a change in direction. Come back up inside this breaker here because we took out this high. That's a swing. That's a swing. So you want to see this come back into here, find some support, and start pushing further down now. Good morning, ICT. How are you? We missed you. Jonas, I don't know why people would pay for courses anymore. Because Michael's stuff has, if there's ever seen, I've been messed around by so-called traders. I've unlearned everything when I watch Michael's videos. What is the black box on the Monday on it? Yeah, I explained that one already. It's a fair value gap. I see, thanks. I don't see you often taking trades. Is this because you try to take only the best setups, or you don't want to trade on live? Oh, I'm trading, but I don't trade. I've got my accounts all around me here. I don't trade. You'll see me trade. This is a paper account right here. And I don't trade that enough. I'm too busy trading my other ones over here. So I should trade that more. But I'm here to kind of show you about price action, not about copying a trade that I'm making. So if I'm talking about something and it is a coincidence or it matches with your setup, then you take it. Don't wait for me to confirm or deny or approve your trade or copy a trade that I'm making. My trades are going on the sidelines here. I'm just calling levels. It's up to you guys to decide whether or not you want to take them, but they should be in line with what you're looking at. What we're trying to do here is just stay on price, reading price. That's all I'm trying to do here with this channel, is just kind of how do you stay on price action so that we know how to read it and how to stay on it. So you saw me give you this level. You saw me give you this level. But again, it's not whether or not I'm giving you signals. I'm not here to give you signals. I just want to show you how to stay on price, in price action. And then when you're on the wrong side of it, how do we get back in sync with the market to say that, okay, I need to see this. I want to see this. If that breaks, then. So listen to my if and then statements. If this goes wrong, then this is where I want to see it. it finds some support. So here, now we've broken below that low right there on a close. I'm looking for this level to provide support now. And this breaker here took out this high. This breaker here to provide a level of support now as we continue pushing lower for our objective on the hourly, which is my first one here, which we just hit. The next objective is down inside this one here. So we're inside the next big box right here. So the carrot. And I know Michael's probably not here anymore, but if you are, that's our carrot. We use the carrot because we realized that algorithm is vegetarian. It's not a carnivore. It's vegan. Who would have thought? Who would have thought it was a vegetarian? So there's the support you want to see. And it could come all the way back up into this candle's low. I'm all right with that inside that fair value gap here. Continue going lower. Look at that, abs. The material from the source must be studied. Everything is in Michael's materials. You need to study and understand it. I'm in the process. Never stop learning. I got a buddy of mine who's studied Michael's stuff. He came in 2021, I think it was. And he's gone through Michael's material about 4 or 5 times. And he's going through again. He goes, it's amazing how if you give it a few years and you go back and study it again, how much of the material starts to, you go, oh, wow, I didn't realize that. And after you've seen charts and you've studied them minute by minute and you study them like study price action, and you go back and you restudy or redo what he's done and showed you in the past, it's amazing how much new stuff pops into your head and you go, oh yeah, okay, that's clearer now that I've studied price action on a minute by minute basis. How it becomes so much clearer what it is he's trying to explain, because you can almost see back in the day when he was doing the core material, the stuff he was studying, you think, okay, I can see why you're building that structure. So yeah, it was quite genius. Thankful I have 2 trades that I would have helped would have hit my target. I don't care about going all the trade. I got my meat. And we'll journal the rest. Good for you, Dave. Good for you, buddy. Beautiful pullback into the 5-minute fair value gap or downside objective. Look for the carrot. It's amazing indeed when you study. Boom, 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 boom. We're about to get our macro. I'm beginning. I'd love to see that can start hammering, really pushing hard now. Come for my carrot. Give my carrot a little kiss. Wait, that doesn't sound good. Oh yeah, my painters. My painter is here. Stand by, folks. Stand by. How's it
my friend. Good to see you again. Good to see you.
See you again.
We've got Gary came in on the weekend and did some texturing on the wall.
Gary?
Yeah.
Which Gary?
Gary Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like Picasso on my wall now. So you get to see he's done the fireplace for us. Yeah.
Nice.
We took pictures like, hey, it's like actually having Picasso in the house.
Here. Spray. It's smooth on that. Yes. I know, yeah, how I do it.
Yeah, yeah.
I am not scared to do it. This all the rest,
Right.
but sometimes we have to spray it with the different pitch,
Right.
different sort. And this is okay because the running
Right.
of the wood it doesn't change much. The only change is the smooth.
Right.
You feel the spraying is smoother
Yeah.
than with the visual.
Right.
But it doesn't change the way the shape it do.
Right. Right.
So,
We've got another job for you. There's a lady, a friend of ours. We're
okay.
gonna hook you up with her.
Okay, I'm gonna bring the food.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All right, so we've hit our objective. We hit the carrot. It's what we're looking for. So, why is holding so much? Amazing indeed. Study. It's amazing indeed when you study. Why ES is holding so much? I like your bottom carrot. I'm targeting hourly swing low, left below. So now we've got this break. So we have the lows taken. We have a reversal. So you want to see this in here now, provide support all the way down into here. We want to see this candle get above watch right here. You want to see this provide support here now. Get on top of that and start climbing higher. Getting back inside this range here. When we get back inside this range, look for the premium arrays inside that range, that reversal there. So my upside objective would be something like this. Box. You get me? You get my drift? I'm sorry, I've got a trade on here. I just took on that as a short. And I want to make sure that sorry, not short, a long. I got a long off of here. This little fair value gap here, we traded above it. I just got long right here. And I didn't think to put it on my thing, but I'm definitely long right here. Daring, I'm coming to Canada with my wife and kid to visit family. Ooh, Jodis, where are you coming? Where are you going to? If you're coming to Canada, man, we'd love to see you. I've got my cousins are coming in from England, so we'll be going to visit them this summer. So depends on what time you pop by. I'd love to see you, Jonas, man. I'd love to meet up with some of my fellow traders out there. Let's keep it G-rated. That must have been my discussion of the carrot. Ask if they will finish my painting when they're done. This guy, I tell you want to see a painter, you got to see this guy. He is, I had a friend of mine who's also a trader. He's been trading with Michael for quite some time. He is a specialty painter. He paints like he's got the coolest techniques. You want your place done in a real fancy way. You know, this guy, people pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not kidding. to paint places. He just did my fireplace and said, that would have cost you $5,000. Like, it's like having Picasso come into your house and paint. But the guy I've got here, he's one of his guys, and he is an amazing painter. He really is a great painter. We have him come here all the time, and we get all our friends to use him because he's amazing painter. Like he can cut in like nobody's business, and he's smooth. You can't even see. He makes sure he uses a light on the side of the wall, and he makes sure that you can't see any streaks, any paint lines or anything. He's that good. Did you not see how we hit the box? And we only have to hit it anywhere inside. I'm all right with that. So we hit the box. Now you want to see a reaction off that. So I closed out right here. So it'll probably continue back up. I chased that back up there inside that range, and I got out right there. Exploring his home and family members in front of 42 people. That's all right. You're all welcome. You guys can see my new couch. Not quite like Michael's, all kind of like a giant chew toy, but Michael can afford to pay $10,000 for a big chew toy for his dog. Time to switch to paper trading for the day or just stop. Ottawa, but oh, you're going to Ottawa? Yeah, we'll be out in the opposite end of the country. We'll be out in Vancouver in the summer. I'm heading out to Manitoba though. Manitoba, that's in the middle. That's a place you don't want to go. But I got my family back there, so we're going to go visit them. And that's where my birthday, I'm going to be there for my birthday, so. Then we'll have friends house sitting. So you can't come and take my TV. Those are so now I'm looking for this to come back inside this range. I want to see this. So this is where you kind of build the narrative around what do I want to see? What would happen if it was going? Where would it fail? Start trying to build the narrative around where would it fail for me? Where do I want it to go? And where would it fail? If it fails there, how do I stay in line with where the market's going? If this is the next price leg up, you're looking for that upper range we have. Once we get through this here, we're looking for our next objective up here. So if we trade below this box here, then I'm starting to go, now we're bearish inside this range, and my objective would be down here again. So now we still got upside objective here and digging into this more. Hadi, you live in Toronto. You're like right around the corner from Jonas when he gets there. So you guys should meet up, say hello, take pictures, high five, fist bump, man. So carrot, I'm putting the carrot back up in here. That's where my next objective is. Light on side of wall. The light on the side of the wall. Oh, that's not a light. That's my... That's my door. My office has totally been changed around. Last time you guys were looking over here was my window. I was facing that way. Now I'm facing this way. More light. Watch this. Let the sun shine in. La. I'm basically looking at the side of my neighbor's house. Hit this inside this box again. Find some supports here. We want to see this continue to find support here and push higher. We have taken this little high here, so keep your eye on that little box right there. Any advice on fun things to do in Toronto? Jeepers creepers. The 401 is always fun to go driving down. No, go over to the, I still haven't been there yet. The falls. Go to the falls. Toronto's got lots of, it's a metropolis there. That's huge. So there's good theater if you like art. I love art. So I love museums. I love historical places. You can go to places like that. There's some great theater in Toronto. There's the Blue Jays in Toronto. Maple Leafs are not in anymore. Tonight is the big night. Do you guys realize that? Do you realize the Canadians have not let go of the chance of stealing that Stanley Cup trophy? 3. Do you get that? 3 Edmonton Oilers just above us. We know we're Calgary against Edmonton, but hey, Calgary's out. So we're all rooting for Edmonton now. 3 games in a row we've won. It is now tied up. 3 apiece. Clash, clash. We're heading to to Florida to take the Stanley Cup and bring it home to Canada. 1942 was the last time any hockey club has come back from a 3-0 deficit and won the Stanley Cup. We are 1 game away. 1 game away from bringing that Stanley Cup home, my friends. Sorry, Florida. You're Florida. You don't have ice. You don't deserve the cup. We got to bring it back here where the ice and the snow is, where it belongs. It's a cool cup, not a hot cup. Daughter will be marching in the Santa Claus parade and Santa Claus parade, and the wife and I will have time during that weekend to see some things. I gather that's Christmas time. She's in a Santa Claus parade. Yeah, what kind of things do you like, Chris? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? A bigger TF? TF, what's TF? Time frame. What are you looking for on the higher time frame? I'm still higher time frame. I'm still looking for the lows. I'm still looking to go lower, but right now we're still supporting on a 1-minute chart. If you want to stay in price action, we are bullish right now inside this range. That doesn't mean I'm bullish overall on the day. It just tells me I am bullish right now. Once I break this, I've got some market structure that's been broken, and then you change direction. You look inside the range you're in. So we've changed direction here, come back inside, we go long. So you're long there, and you're looking for the upside objective inside the range that you're in. You've hit the upside objective. Now you're looking for either reversal, which is, I want to see a body get below there, which it just did. It came back up, tap that, that's fine. So now I'm bearish inside this range. So it's internal range liquidity. So I'm bearish right now until we trade back above this box here, this little gray box. So I'm bearish inside here now. And making sure that's not a bear trap, you want to see it get below here on a swing. You want to see that swing get taken on the downside on a close, and then use this candle as support to go lower inside that range. And again, downside objective would be in this box here somewhere. Oilers, great games. They're awesome games. You see that last one? Oh man, we're over to friend's place with they got a big projection screen TV. We're outside, brought some barbecue. Oh, I didn't bring barbecue. They had barbecue, and we brought Costco bags of salad. Oh, I tell you, we're rich. Costco bags of salad. You come in with a Costco tub of potato salad and Costco salad. You're like, I'm ready. They made burgers. Oh, they were good burgers. So watch here. See how we're coming back inside, tapping, tapping. If we trade through that again, I'm more bullish again. So this is where you get to flip. When you're inside a small little range like this between this candle and this candle, we've traded below this one, so that validates this. We've traded above this one, validates that. So you're between here and here inside a small little tight range. So you're going to be bouncing around because there's only one PD or only one fair value gap. If you go above it, you're going bullish. If you go below it, you're going bearish. So this is where you can kind of bounce around inside these small little consolidations. So overall, you're bullish. Here, you're bearish inside the range. Now you're bullish again if we trade above here. And that's what happens when you just got one little fair value gap in a small little tiny range. We want to extend it back up higher in the higher objective. So keep pushing higher into here. So this is where it fails. It fails if you go short, then it fails if you go long. Come back, find support right there, and I'll start to react off that and go higher. Anywhere inside here would be fine. Now you want to see that start heading back up. I love it when a plan comes together. So now you're bullish. Now that we're on the other side of this, you're bullish. And if you drop below it again, you're bearish. Bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. Till we actually see a high get taken or a low get taken. You want to see a continuation on the upside. You want to break structure and start running back into that range again. So see how you come right back into it. Pack your AC. Florida is smoking hot right now. Oh, that's right. You're down there in Florida, Chris. November. Oh, you're going up in November. That's good. November, it should be relatively good in Toronto. You shouldn't have a lot of snow. You should have hopefully no snow in Toronto at that time. It's usually pretty warm there. Oh, time frame. Okay, so what would have happened for you to target lower price? For me to target lower price, you have to get, like I explained, you have to get a break in structure. So we have to get outside of this candle here, because this is the breaker that ran this high. So you come down inside the mean threshold, see how the body of the candles respect that mean threshold of the candle, and then comes back, finds support at this one. So we'd have to see this get broken to the downside, find support at it, and that way that would have brought me into a downward bias inside this range again. But now we're still above this, body traded above it. We're coming back and find support at this, and now you're looking for more higher prices here. And that's where my fail or support all hinges on that little fair value gap right there and those two candles and that little tiny range that you're in, that little bull flag that was forming here, if you're into bull flags. So everything for me hinges on that little fair value gap right now in terms of bullishness or bearishness. So I'm more bullish the moment we trade above it right there. Support, 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 push higher. So that's where you got to, if you have a fail safe, a point where it fails for you at, that's how I kind of explain each one of my points. And I'll try to come up with a valid reason for that. So here's your carrot. Now, there's the midpoint. This can happen all the time where you get a midpoint trade to, and then all of a sudden it rolls over and hammers right back down. and that last little piece stays open and it doesn't get revisited for quite some time. So keep your eyes here. Now I want to see if this gives way on the downside. So if price were to go below that low and make bearish fair value gap, you are bearish. What I want to see now, for me to go bearish again now, I want to make sure that this fair value gap, which has just been almost filled, so we'll just wait to see if that taps it. I want to see a fair value gap form in here above a swing point. Ideally, you want to see a high get taken, like a decent high, not just a previous one in here. We're inside that range still, so I'd like to see this get taken here, roll over, create a fair value gap in here, this kind of thing. This is what you want to see. Trade below it, come back to it, and then start going lower. So in order for this to happen, we've got this high taken out here. I want to see these lows get taken first and use them as support to go lower. The parade is in November, the weekend of the 21st. Oh, cool. I should see if my wife wants, oh, in November. Yeah, we'd be back. We're going to Thailand. So November, we'd definitely be back for Thailand in November. It might be nice to go visit in Toronto. I'll come out. Maybe I'll come out there. Maybe I'll come out for the Santa parade, and we'll all cheer when your daughter goes by. Woohoo! If it happens, Chris, let's keep in touch and let's meet up. I'd love it. That'd be awesome. I got it. Thanks, man. You're welcome. Okay, so that can actually be a turtle soup. I'm not a great turtle soup. Usually a turtle soup was, how I understand a good turtle soup is like a 10 o'clock. Like when you see this 9:35, 9:40, whatever you saw here, and then the 10 o'clock candle takes out the most recent high. That's nice. And then you look for this kind of stuff. The turtle soup is actually taking that run when it's going up. You take it short when everybody thinks it's going long, and you catch it on a reversal. For me, I'm more of a chicken soup than a turtle soup. I tend to wait for this to happen. And then I take the chicken soup entry instead of the turtle soup entry. That's copyright, by the way, the chicken soup entry. It will make market structure shift. Yeah, if it breaks market structure to the downside, then you want to see, and just because it came all the way back inside this, and you get a wick, wicks do the damage, it still bodies above, right? So that little area there is still providing support. You want to continue push higher. I'm still bullish in this range after that. And we've explained that, right? That's my rationale for staying bullish. So it's not like I'm just picking and choosing here. And I've explained to you my rationale for when that changes for me. So we still want the carrot. Let me get my carrot. Oh, Chris, that'd be a blast, man. We all meet up in Toronto. That'd be a good time. There, we filled the fair value gap now. How are we going to act in here now? Break structure. You want to see this? These little trendy line people are going, oh, look at the trend line that's going here. This is going way higher. The trends are saying higher. I don't know. Sometimes you got to take the chicken soup entry. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That will be my new patented trade entry. And Michael, if you were here, I would appreciate your blessing if you said, I now pass to you the chicken soup entry. So turtle soup, chicken soup. The chicken soup does come with carrots. It does come with carrots. And if you don't watch carefully, it comes with onions because you'll cry. Carrots or onions, which one? It's got to break that lower candle. It comes with carrots. If you get caught in this and it doesn't break that low, then you're looking for onions. It comes with onions and the table of tears. We used to call it the table of tears in EMS when you did something that was questionable in EMS. You get in front of the medical director, and there's one medical director. He was just like brutal. He loved to just rake medics over the coals. And we used to go, oh, you got to go to the table of tears. You have this big table in front of you with all the people and the medical director in there, and you're sitting in a chair in front of all of them. And it's like the Spanish Inquisition, and you get raked over the coals. I myself never went, but I've heard about the table of tears. It was in the big city, and holy smokes, some people they just get devastated going in front of the medical director. He loved it. He loved it. I swear he loved raking people over the coals. There you go. We've hit our carrot now. Now, where are we going now, you're asking, right? Where do you guys think now? So if we're still bullish, we've got nothing that says we're going bearish yet. We've got this little high taken here. There's a little fair value gap sitting right here. So ask yourself right now, where does it provide support? Where do we expect the carrot to go next? I'm going to put this off to the side here. You guys can decide where you think it's going to go. Give me your best responses of where you're going to go. Oh, Michael's not on our chart anymore. He's back in the box. He's back in the mentorship page. So the title of today's show will be Michael Pops In for Surprise Visit. He says hello and then just sits in the corner. We don't know if he's still there. So everybody's trying to be on their best behavior. And then we don't know when he's left. Meanwhile, an hour later, he's already been long gone. Oh, that's funny. All right. So we've hit our objective. That fair value gap there. We're heading for premium like array to like array. You saw me go like array down here, and now we've gone from like array again here to like array here inside that premium discount range. I tell you, you guys, it is so consistent. And if you watch it and you can read it well enough, you can catch these all the time. Look at that. There's some precision. Now we're trading below this. See how the body's traded below this? At a level that provides perfect support right there. Where are we going to go? How many people are saying up, down, sideways, or what? Yeah, keep in touch with me, Chris. I'd love to meet up with your family. You guys would be a lot of fun. We'll get Hadi to come in from Ottawa. That's where I'm going. Get below this candle here. Come to the carrot, my friends. Come to the carrot. That's a hungry algo today. Oh, there we go. Now we're looking for. So I'm short right off this candle here. I got short right in here. I'm literally on that candle's point right here for a short. And I'm looking for this little guy right here. And then if we get that, then I'm looking for this here. I'm already out. I followed that all the way down to here. And I got out just at that low right there. So if we can get back into this candle here, or even run back up into this range here now, catch another short off this candle, because we haven't really hit it yet. So I'd like to see that kind of run back up into the middle of this range here and catch a short off of here maybe. There's the return to that. Now you see if it reacts off of here. I don't want to see it close above here. Well, I guess you could, because you'd be looking at inside here, this range. So if you're looking at your fib tool here, pulling your fib tool from bottom to top, see how 50% is right there. That's why you take out a portion of your trade here. And because it's in a small little range and we're coming up for 930 now, I took a majority of my trade off right there. Or actually all of my trade off right there. I didn't even let it come back for a stop loss. I just took it all off there. So there's the premium array right there. So if we trade through this on the upside now and continue pushing higher, you want to see it get through this candle, find some support with this candle, because it becomes now the breaker. That one slightly higher than that one, maybe the same candle. Anyway, look at this candle here as the upside. Find some support off of this. There's the upside. Come back and fill this. You want to see it really drive down now. And if it doesn't, watch this. So you literally have this one and this one overlapping. So this one says higher. This one here says lower. Which one do you want? When you can argue both sides of them, what does Michael say? Stay the hell out. Wait. Wait for a proof of something. Now you've got relative equal highs here still. You got a pool of liquidity sitting above here. here, here, here. There's multiple levels that say, hey, look, upside would be nice. You've already cleared the downside here. You've come back into the range 50%. So ideally, I'd like to see this push higher now. We'd have to get below this candle here for me to support a downward run further into this range here and that fair value gap below you here. So those are my fail safes and my reasons to support higher or lower prices. And that's the kind of the narrative you have to keep building. Where does it fail for me? Where does it support for me? So we're still bearish inside here now. We've just came back up inside that range. We've actually traded below here. So now I'm looking at this. If this trades below here, now I'm bearish again. The moment we close below that candle, you go back to bearish. And that was right off that fair value gap there. See how we came all the way back up, filled it, and now we're getting short off of that. So there's your short still. This is the long, but it's just long inside this range. So again, let me show you. Fib tool from high to low. Optimum trade entry reversal. There's your optimum trade entry, 75% inside the fair value gap that you're looking for continuation on the downside. So still short. You want to see it trade through here, get through this candle here on the downside to continue pushing further into our objective down here. Just so you're clear that before that happens, that I'm not kind of making that up. So we're bearish now inside this. You want to see it come back up in here, find some support inside here. Now push lower, come for the carrot. You're coming down into here now. At lunch hour, you may take out this low at 10:45 and then start pushing back up again. But for now, remember our overall objective for the day is lower. So anything that supports a downward run, I'm in for a downward run today. And where does this whole idea of bullishness or bearishness fail for me? If we take this candle, if this fair value gap here, we close above it, right here, we close above that, then we're back up into bullishness again. It's only one fair value gap inside a small range. Again, like I was explaining over here, you've got one fair value gap, you're bullish, bearish, back and forth. So same kind of situation. So if you get bullish above here, then you're back into that range. If you stay bearish, you should stay here, support off of that right there. And now you should start coming back down lower. If you don't, and you climb up above that on a close in the next 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, we're above it. So now you're looking for higher prices. So now you're looking for this here and this here to provide support to go higher. You're going to be able to change your mind real quick. And it's not just chasing price. It's literally watching where the algorithm says, I'm changing direction. I'm giving you an opportunity to see me change direction. So now I'm bullish. And you're inside this range here now. So you got that little fair value gap above you here. So you're inside this range. We were bearish. Now we're bullish above here because we've taken these lows out with this swing. We haven't taken, other than this reversal here, we traded below it, came back into it short there, take these lows. Then you get a reversal back this way to go back up higher. Come back, find support at this. If we trade through this, you've got, you see how we're starting to compress here now? You got this fair value gap here. You got this one, this big one, this, they're all overlapping. Bearish, bullish. And when you're in a consolidation, do you trade from candle to candle then? when you've got fair value gaps that are all overlapping like this, you trade from the bullish candle to the bearish candle. Or find support at that fair value gap and continue higher. So you're bullish overall from here. Come back, find support. Come back, find support. You're bullish, still inside this run. You need to get above here and that candle to continue higher. Watch that fair value gap here. We did not take out this low with this or this. It's just a change in direction inside this range. You're just trading inside that range right now, from here to here, that candle to that candle. And the lunch hour begins. Lunch hour now. I'll be right back. It'll start moving now. I'm just going to go for a quick pee. I'll be right back. Bullish. You want to see get through this fair value gap here. That's the premium array inside this range. See that one here sitting right at 50%. So I'd go down to this guy here. Or this order block. So we're bouncing off the breaker. Last up close candle. You could use this one here, or this whole thing here is the breaker for a rundown, taking out these lows. I like this guy here. This one's inside this one, so you could use him. You're going to get a reaction breaker off of a stronger candle. So breaker, senior array, or senior candle. Another run back into the range. So looking for, this is mitigation. It's tough to see inside this mess here. There's getting to be some high resistance here now, right? We have multiple fair value gaps overlapping. So I'd like to see it provide some support now that we've traded above this. See this provide support, start going higher. If not, we're back into this guy here. This guy here. There's too many overlapping there. I have to use the general rule. We're still bullish for the time being until proven otherwise. I want to see a low get taken out before I go bearish again. Otherwise, I'm still bullish. You get above this candle, that's a much more supportive candle for me. I want to see that one get the fact that we're closing up above this. We've poked through it a couple of times. I want to see this drive all the way through here now, get through the mean threshold of this candle, because that's the mean threshold right here. See how it's hitting it and now reacting off of it, and it's right at 42. So 42, 45, 45. Right, that's like the line in the sand for anybody who's bearish in this kind of range. That's your line in the sand, and it just hit it, reacted off of it inside that smaller range here, back to this order block. This is a breaker because it's the last down close candle here before swinging above these old highs. You could say it's inside this big breaker here, taking out that high. Come back, find support at it. If we start eating through it, mean threshold, it's right there. So mean threshold to mean threshold. If it eats through this on a close, so I'm waiting to see if this right here on a close holds or rejects price. Right, there's a little tiny imbalance here too. You see that? Comes back. Many times Michael has talked about these imbalances that come back, finds some support at them, and continue higher or lower, depending on which one you're looking at, I suppose. Order blocks validated here. So wick, body, mean threshold again. You want to see it trade through here and get through this one more time. Push higher. So I'd like to see lunch hour take out some highs and then quickly start to move back down again. If we end up running for that bloody Friday high I was calling earlier, oh, that's way up there. If this ends up becoming a wick and we get back into this imbalance here, look for Friday's high. There's another fair value gap right here. Well, it's an inversion now. Still inside this range. High or low, got to break this one or this one to get outside that little range there. Then back into this range or extend beyond and start looking for higher. This higher objective up here still. Get through this main threshold. I'll put the carrot on the sidelines. See, oil had a nice reversal at 7:30 this morning. Look at this. All the way down inside it. Your stop loss will be sitting here, getting a good squeeze. Euro hit the box. Love the box. Australian dollar still sitting there. Looks, it's still bullish on the daily candle. You do not want to see it trade below that fair value gap there. Dow Jones, what you been up to? S&P's consolidating as well. Welcome to lunch hour. on ES consolidation at 75%. DRT. DRT. Done right there. That's what we used to call that in the EMS. This guy's DRT. He's done right there. Watch this level if it gives away. Breakers holding price. Trade below this one and this one. That's the discount array one. Right there. Close below that. Support, look lower. This is on ES consolidated at 75%. Let's look at ES. Yeah, 75% of that daily range from 10 o'clock. I guess your 9:45 candle will be here, but inside this larger range right here, you're up at 70%-ish. Now you're back to the 50% of this larger range. And you are off the breaker. This whole breaker here. Last up close candle, mean threshold. Find support. You got through here. You're getting through here on a close. You come back up, find support inside this candle here. This mean so downside, looking for rejection block. All low, fill of that fair value gap. Now you're inside this range. You got to see this candle get taken on the close on the downside. Otherwise, you get that bull trap or the bear trap again. And the bear trap being, if this candle's not taken, if we just get a run back into here, and then it runs right through again, and then takes you out on the highs. You had equal highs sitting up here right now. You're looking at the leg to the upside. This leg, from here to here. That leg. Are you talking about this leg? If you're talking about that one. $75% of that range. Yeah. Always kind of look at the range, the smaller range that you're in. So you'd have to kind of look at this range right here. That run. And then this one. From here to here. You got to start looking at these tight little ranges that you're in here. See how we just popped above 50%. Look at the swing. Look at the range you're in from here to here. And look for the order. You couldn't use this one because these candles are all down close candles and they're all over the top of themselves. So you have to be inside that range. There's this up close candle here, the bottom of that candle there, and then this one here. See how they overlap? They're literally touching each other. That's why consolidations, if you haven't got any fair value gaps in there to work with, then you have to go by order block to order block. So this candle here and this candle here, that's how I kind of look at the range that I'm in right now. If I've got no fair value gaps to work off of or imbalances or anything like that, then I have to go by candles. This candle here and this candle here. And you literally, they're overlapping each other. There and there. See that? They just touch each other. So there's no space in between to work on. So you literally work from body to body, mean threshold to mean threshold. At least that's how I work it anyway. So you're coming down into the mean threshold. Now you expect to see this run back up into this candle's body. You've already hit the wick. So you expect to see this body get hit, equal highs. And then I look to see, then I start to go, which way is my bias going to go? And it's a really kind of a lame way of looking at it, really. But if you're trying to balance between 50-50, which way to go? I kind of look at which side of that fair value gap or that range has been hit the most, or which side is being hit the most right now. So if you see this probes going up most of the time, keep trying to hit that high and you hit resistance, it's trying to drill through that drill through that level. And if it doesn't hit that level or it can't get through that level, it crashes back the other way, or it drills through and then all of a sudden you see it finally pop through. So here's that level we talked about. Look at that perfectly. Looking for it to drill back into that candle. These two candles right here, you add them together. The wick overlaps this guy here. See how you came all the way down to the mean threshold or close to the mean threshold of this candle. And then we said it would come up into this candle here, the body. So you've got these two you add together. Look at that right on the body. So now you watch, see if we've ran up once, twice. Now if we come into this candle's body and then the mean threshold between here and here, somewhere around in here. You want to see if that gives way, then you see that this, so far we've only come down to this candle once because we validated it here. We traded down into it once. We went above it. We're inside the body here. And we've pushed up into this candle 3 times. So that's either resistance, it's holding price, or we're drilling away at it. So I'm more bullish because as you see this constant attack on that bull side, we only have one candle really come down into that order block here, and then the rest is drilling away at this. See that? There's your mean threshold. Now, does this react off of here and come back down? Because if you draw this candle here, here, there's 50% right there. No, this large first leg from the open, I have no idea what market wants to do. ES is bullish, NQ keeps bearish. So that's where anyway, that's how I lean on my inside of range, whether I'm 50%, 51% bullish or bearish. That's how I go. We're more bullish. I've only seen one attempt to get down here and multiple attempts to go higher. So they're trying to knock on the door here, trying to drill through this breaker. Up close candle, run below this low. Mean threshold, been hit, react off of it. Now, we're between this one breaker and this breaker. We've taken these highs out here. I suppose you could look at this and say it failed. Anyway, I'm more bullish because I want to see this get taken on this side. Lots of equal highs here, here. And there's a pool of liquidity up above you here as well. If we pull back into the range again, look for this candle. And look for this candle then. So now we validated this one. Keep drilling through here. Push higher. Look for this 4 quad highs here and an imbalance over here. Fair value gap. I was looking at the leg to the upside and take the fib. Is that wrong? No, this large first leg. I wish you could kind of. Are you on the Telegram, Macron? If you are, or Mahon, I'm not sure how you say your name. Mahjong? I'm going to call you Mahjong. Mahjong. Look for the Telegram. Go on there. Post a picture of what you're drawing from, whether it's that leg or whether you're drawing from the bigger leg. Just screen capture it, post it on there, and I'll answer your question. I don't want to keep chasing legs that I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Give me the time of the leg, where the leg starts from the bottom if you want. Say it starts at this point and ends at that point. That's the leg I'm pulling. So give me the times that you're pulling. That way I can answer your question better. And we're back into the consolidation again. So look for this candle's mean threshold again. Come back to the body. I like that. Validate that candle here. Body gets below it. Now this is a stronger candle for me. We're between here and here now. There's a swing, swing. So now we're going to be drilling on this breaker here, or this or mitigation block, because we did not break those highs with the first attempt to get up there. It wasn't until we got into this swing here that we finally took them out. So we're just going to keep drilling down on this before we break through this and take the low again, or are we still finding support at this? And you want to see this mean threshold give way, find support, and take out these highs first. And just let me know, Mahjong, whether or not you're in ES or NQ. So ES is going to take the highs. And NQ, let's go back to NQ. NQ hasn't got as distinct highs as ES does. ES has got some really nice clean highs to take. So we came back and found support off of that abs. Man, oh man. Ding, 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 ding. Super supportive. 940 to 1005. Let's get back to ES. I want to answer Merjon's question here. Yes. You're pulling from 940. So you're pulling from down here. I would assume you're really pulling from 944, not 940. Yeah, you would be pulling from here. 944's candle to 1005. Okay, so you're going for this big leg up here. Up there. Correct? It came down perfectly for, see that retracement back down perfectly into 70%. How perfect is that? Often trade entry reversal. Look for a reversal to confirm. You got it. Come back, find some support. If not, you wait for this one. Open, close right on it. Wait for this candle. It took all this time to come back into that candle to go long. So you're still looking for a long. Now I don't know what your question is. ES, New York Times, ES, got it. So what was your question again? Sorry. I'm zeroed in on where it is you're talking about now. I want to know what's your question? You don't want to try and trade inside this. This is just a mess to play inside. It's a great opportunity to try and stay on the horse though. Stay inside price action. Mean threshold still holding. Back to this candle. Here between these two again. Yeah, okay, so your question was, I was looking on the leg to the upside. Oops. Let me see. Okay, on ES, consolidated at 75%. And on NQ, consolidated 50%. Am I right? Consolidated at 75. Ah, okay, we can finally get your question answered here. Consolidate. How's this for an answer? Yes, you're right. It did consolidate at 75%. 75% of that daily range that we just had. There's your daily range. Oops. So an answer to your question is yes, you're right. We did consolidate at 75%. And here's the interesting thing, right? Because if we look at this here, we go into here, we have premium and we have discount. We dipped into the discount range and then ran all the way back up into consolidation at 75%. Now here's the interesting thing. See how we go into, here is premium, here is discount premium. Okay, here is premium discount, and here is discount. Okay, so you can see how you go from discount back up into the premium, and we reached all the way up into premium, discount premium, discount premium, discount. And if I draw it all the way out a little further, you'll see how the algorithm is constantly reaching for premium and discount as we mark time here now for the lunch hour. Keep your eyes on premium, discount premium. This whole range we could play in here during lunch hour, building liquidity on both sides of the market, right? Making a little rundown, take out the lows, come all the way back up, take out the high. If we keep this high intact, then you're back into that range again. So premium, discount premium. So it's just running between these higher arrays here. A premium level and a discount level in the premium of the whole range. That makes sense? So now you know why you take your fib tool, take the daily range and divide it into quarters and see where it plays inside that range. And you see how it came back to an optimum trade entry inside that range at 10 o'clock or at 10:50, 11 o'clock, then it pulled back into this range here, the premium portion. Interesting how these overlap. So candle. Little fair value gap right here. Now we've taken out this low. Watch this little tiny level right here. So spread that open. See that right there? Watch this. If we trade above it, find support at it, you're coming back inside that range. What's above you? This one here. Yeah, so that can mean that we want to go lower because we consolidated a premium and we can take the highs at lunch and then bearish and then turn bearish. Yeah, that's a great potential. But again, wait for your setup to confirm that narrative. I like your narrative, Mahjong, but I would like you to look for an opportunity. So in other words, you wait now, wait for that 1 o'clock to take out any highs if that's your objective. If you're expecting that to happen, then constantly keep following price action right now, saying, because if it continues to work its way down and you just go, well, I'm expecting those highs to get taken out, and you missed it when it actually changed and it broke structure and it came back, found support and continued down, and you're like, oh, I'm still waiting for these highs to get taken. But if you study the price action, when does it change direction? When does it support your idea? And when doesn't it? What if it leaves all this open? What if it just leaves that big chunk of liquidity open and it does continue down? Then what? You get frustrated because you're like, oh, why didn't it take out those highs? Well, it showed you that it was turning and it just gave you an opportunity to go short, but you were so married to the idea that those highs were going to get taken that you missed an opportunity to go short. Not that you should be taking a trade right now, because you shouldn't. It's during lunch hour, so wait. See how we've drilled through this candle here? There's the mean threshold. We close below it. You come back up inside, off these old lows, back to this breaker now because we've take out this low. Breakers provide support. Mitigation blocks don't. They're weaker than breakers. So you break through mitigation. You come back up into breaker and continue going lower. Order block, come back up, find support at it. Now you want to see this low get taken, or you want to see this high get taken out of here. This is an immediate rebalance right here. Price goes down, immediately rebalances it, and then continues on the downside. So what do we treat this as? As a fair value gap. So if we take this low here with a body, fill that fair value gap in below you here, reverse and take this to the upside, and then that candle finds support, look for higher prices. So that's how you kind of, when you're looking at it, make sure you still find that your support, you're still on the horse. Don't wait for the horse to come around the corral and back to you so you can hop on it again. Stay on the horse, practice this stuff. In times like this is the best time to practice, because this is the time you're most likely to get bored and move to the sidelines or ignore it, go, it's not doing what I want it to do. This is what Michael says. You got to admire yourself down in the muck here and study every minute candle and say, can I stay on this horse right now? Because if you're wasting your time and you're going, I'll come back after lunch and wait for an ideal entry, great. Then you're just looking for a specific entry point, but you're not studying actually how the price is acting and behaving with every candle. Not that that's wrong. That may be your style. I got no problem with that. Hey, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome, my friend. So here, watch this. We've taken this low. So watch here. and watch that candle right there. Because now we're back inside this range here again now. And if you look, pull your fib tool, I'll keep this bigger one on here. Sorry, I've got so many fib tools on here. If I pull from here to here, there's 50% right on the beezer. See that? 50% is right there. So if we close above that, come back, find support at this, and we want to see a body close above this, not a wick. We look at this level of right inside here. I'm looking at that level. Never apologize for asking questions, my friend. Never apologize. Ask as many questions as you like. That's what we're here for. If I can't answer it, my buddy Derek Rabs or Lambo, any of the guys in there, I'll answer. There's some really smart people in here that make me look like I'm just a beginner. Trust me, there's some really smart people in here. So if I can't answer your question, those guys will. So don't ever apologize. That's what the whole community is about. Come on in, ask questions. Ask questions. I got no problem. You ask 100 questions. I don't care. So thank you for asking. Many people just sit in the sidelines, have a question, and they don't want to ask it because they don't want to feel stupid or whatever. Put it out there, man. Ask questions. Ask questions. Doesn't matter if you're wrong. You'll see me be wrong lots of times. I don't care. I'm here to learn as well. See, we've gapped. There's a little imbalance here right now. So watch this candle. Now we're back up into that range. So we've got this little swing. We have a rebalance, fair value gap. And now we've traded right up. We opened right on top of it. God dang. You just wanted to see that go boop, pop down in there, give you a little bit of a run back up into that range. Back to the breaker. Look at this equilibrium now. I want to say, come back here, give it a little kiss, and then start running for these highs again. But again, you got to get through this breaker again. So now we know the equilibrium is right there on top of that candle. I'll move that out of the way so you don't have 100 different fair value gaps sitting in here. Amen to that, Derek. We love the questions, because if you ask questions and I don't know the answer, that means I need to know the answer. Whenever I was teaching in EMS, the big word I used to write on the board every single time I started my classes was why? Why? And I said, this will be your best friend or your worst enemy. If you don't know why, and you're giving a patient a drug and you don't know why you're giving it, you're dangerous. If you know why, ask why. If you don't know why, ask why. If you know, great. Then you've got a solid foundation. And if I don't know the answer, then I need to know the answer. I want to know why. I want to study more. I want to get better at it, right? And I don't know it all by any stretch. You'll see I'm very rigid in how I approach time and price. I don't use the SMT divergence. I don't use all that other multitude of stuff that Michael teaches you that you can use. I don't use any of that stuff. But that doesn't mean to say it's wrong. This is just how I like to study price. And my method may not be the same as yours, but I like PD arrays. I like the detail of PD arrays. I like these small ranges. I love a fib tool. And I will try to explain every single move that I make, where I go wrong, what I think I did, where it did go wrong for me, what I missed. And if you can do that with your trades and you understand where you went wrong and where price changed direction, and it was right there. I missed that point. Right there is where it switched up on me and I didn't see it. I'm not custom making it. I look specifically for those spots. And if I get them, it supports my narrative. See mean threshold right here? See how that candle holds? Whack. Bang, bang, bang. Right off of it 3 times. Right in that breaker. Now you want to see it pull back into the range. Look at it 50% right here. If it hits that right there, wait for it, wait for it. And anytime you take out a high, anytime you take out a high, anytime you take out a low, you look for a fair value gap. Now reprice, rebalance. You've got to have a sharp eye to catch a rebalance, an immediate rebalance. But you usually just look for these fair value gaps. As soon as the low is taken out, you look for this. Be careful about always going short, because if you see it come back and it closes above it, you're on the wrong side. Get on the right side of it. So cancel your short and get ready for a long. Comes back, finds support, continues going higher. When you see this, it's just taking out this little high, not a significant high as far as I'm concerned, but a little high. Watch this, see how we've traded below it? Now you look for this little range you're inside here now and say, what premium array and discount array are in my sights? That discount array lines up with the reprice rebalance or immediate rebalance. And this is the candle we were looking for it to come back to. You want to see it provide support here and leave the bus. Go, go, go. Get through here, run higher. That's the candle we wanted it to come back and find support of. It came back, filled the fair value gap. Good. We don't want to see it coming down. You want to see this all stay open now and go. If not, we're back into the consolidation, premium, discount. Then you got to go sideways some more. So that's, and again, you're not trading this. You're kind of just looking at price action. Where do you expect it to provide some support? If that gives way, what's the next downside objective in this premium discount range? You have this little imbalance right here. Well, then we're back into that immediate rebalance fair value gap right here. Now that we broke it, that's more upside, that's bullish. So we want this to be the bullish support candle. It's come back down, found support at it, and left. If you were chasing price when you saw it going through here, and you were like, oh, I'm missing it, and you saw that one open and go higher, and you chased after that, you're now being squeezed because you didn't wait for your candle. And look at that, it trades right back into the mean threshold of that candle. Beautiful. Right there, and then leaves. Now you want to see it get through here. Take these little triple highs out, which is the mean threshold here. Get on top of that and start climbing up into here. If it doesn't, if it just runs back up in here, goes to rejection block. That's why you always hear me say, pay yourself at rejection blocks. If you did get long on that right there, inside a lunch hour run, you pay yourself here, and you pay yourself here, and then you pay yourself here, and then leave some on for the rest. Because that's 50%, you should be bringing your stop loss right up against tight here now. If that rolls over and comes back down, you'd be like, dang, I didn't pay myself. Or at least break even. Not that you should have traded that, but again, we're just looking at price. I love it. That is exactly what I needed, this group like this. Not sure anyone else is giving away gold this. And it's the kind of discussion too, not just taking trades with limited explanation. It's entire concepts put together for you. Your viewing pleasure, yeah. I should trade this more on here, but what I'm afraid of is that people are going to copy the trade and not really study the price action. And I know I could probably just put sticks in here instead. Maybe that'd be better. I just don't want you to think that I don't want it to become a signal service and you guys just take trades because I put them up here. I want you to study price action, and I want you to be in the, that's the whole purpose of this channel, is to study price action so that you get better at finding your trade setup that works best for you, so that you understand why that candle is important. And if that's a daily candle, why that candle is important. And you would add 1-2 days of upward run back into this fair value gap here. And see how that little swing there, we're taking out that high, that little swing, traded below it. You come back all the way up inside it right there. You close above, trade back through. You're on the downside of it now. You've traded through it. You want to get short here now. So you're inside this guy. This did not take out any significant low. So all that is just a change of direction. If we close above it, we closed on it, opened, and then quickly traded down below it again, here and here. So now you're short. Inside this range. If this is a daily candle, you've picked your daily objective or your bias for the day, and you're down here on a 1-minute chart, knowing that your bias is down here. Imagine how that can change how you trade because you've been studying it on a 1-minute chart. Like Michael says, this is all fractal. Everything you see on a 1-minute, 1-second chart, same thing you see on a daily, weekly, monthly chart. So if you have a stop loss sitting here, not that you're trading this, but if that was your daily candle, so to speak, you want to see this as, you do not want to see that get taken on a close to the upside. If it is, then you're back to a bullish run again. Inside here, have we reached 50% of this range yet? Just shy of it right here. We've hit 50% of this one, but not quite 50% of this one. So if you're going to come back to a discount range, because we're in here, you want to get discount, so you want to get below here, and you want to reach for this little blue line down here. That's where I'd be aiming for. Now, if that was a daily chart and you were saying, I don't want to see it close above that, and you were looking at this run all the way up into here on a daily chart, what's your patience level? It's a whole new different interpretation level for you. When you're on a 1-minute chart and you see it running all the way up like that, you go, I'm wrong. Meanwhile, it turns around after lunch hour and then starts booking it all the way back down and go, oh crap, maybe I was right. So you can see how this will turn into a nightmare situation. On a 1-minute chart, it was no big deal. That was a few seconds. But for you on a daily chart, and you were looking at that as your support level, and you were looking to go lower, and you saw this running up, you'd be going, I'm wrong, I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Then all of a sudden it turns around after lunch and you go, oh, I'm right, I'm right, I'm right. Meanwhile, I got out of my trade already. So that's a whole new different level of discipline you're going to have to understand inside here. If that was a daily candle, how many hours of up would that have been before it finally turned on you? Is that an optimum trade during London? Or is that a 10 o'clock high that occurred here that you're looking for a swing? For a continuation on the downside. So watch right here. Because if it is, then you just go, great, I wait for today's candle to come back into this range. And as soon as I hit that high, and that happens at 10 o'clock, there's this turtle soup. You wait for the chicken soup, which is probably around in here somewhere. On the 1-minute chart, you see, I see my reversal here. Now I can get short. I'm in here. That's my high of the day. I put my stop loss here instead of up there. And I'm aiming for this yesterday's low, equal lows, and this fair value gap down here. If I get that one today, great. Then I'll wait for a retracement back up into this fair value gap, and I'll get that short again tomorrow, aiming for this objective here. Now we're definitely below 50%, so you have to keep that in mind. We may not get this. That's why you pull your fib tool from there to there, and there's your 50%. You've already dug into that. So now we're into the discount range, and we're running back up into the premium, discount premium. Watch right here. If you close above this now, you got 28 seconds. The fact that you're poking up in here again is not a good sign for me. I think there's more upside now. Just because you shouldn't have to drill up in here again. And there's a gap here now, so I'm more upside. I'm bullish in this before we even see that it's bullish. That little discount run is all we needed. And we still stayed inside this candle. See how we closed above it now? Right there. And that's all because I saw this running up here again going, there's no reason it should do that. And you gap. There's no reason you should come back and revisit that again. We should be either running down into here. And if we do come back up in there again, especially when you see it charging up like that, getting close to the end, and you think, no, there's no reason it should be in here again. It's going higher. And there you go. It's just taking the highs out. Come back, find support at this now. That little fair value up there. Now you're bullish. Looking for old highs. If that's all if we've just taken those out and it runs below here now, find support, then you're looking for back down into the discount range inside here. Oops. I gotta lock those in place. Where did that one come from? Lock it down. Lock it down. Lock it down. There we go. See, I come back to that imbalance on support through this one. Keep pushing higher now. Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is, Lambo. Strangely enough. The biggest problem for me is to take only the best quality setups. I try to change that, but I have a problem to recognize which one is the best. Ah, okay. That's a good question. That's a very good, well, it's not really a question, but it's a very unique problem where you ask yourself, what's your setup? Now, time and price is critical, right? Michael teaches this all the time. To understand when your best setup is, wait for the best time to look for that setup. Instead of saying, we're in lunch hour here and we're playing around with every single candle, trying to stay on the horse here for which direction we want to stay in. And yeah, you can see little setups, but that doesn't mean to say you take them because they're not an optimum time. But at 10 o'clock, if you're looking for a 10 o'clock high or a low to form, and you look for your opening, your setup happens here, and you say, oh, look, it traded below that. If I can get back up inside this, I'm shorting this. Time, price, your optimum setup for your short, that's what you look for. The time of the day. After that range has been established for the day, if that's your range from 9:30's open to 10 o'clock's high, and we see a retracement happening, we say, oh, great, I'm going to look for 50%, 62%, 70% of the range that was created in the morning. Optimum entry, optimum time to get your trade on. So wait for the optimum time. Lunch hour is not that time. There's key macro moments that Michael talks about. Use the macro to your advantage. If you see a macro forming at the 50-minute mark till 10:10, or the 11:50 to 12:10, or after lunch, the one At 1 o'clock, you'll see that after lunch is usually 1:30, 1 o'clock to 1:30. Your 150 to 220 or 210 is your next macro. Look for your setup in those times. That's it. Wait for those macros, wait for that optimum setup, then take it then. Otherwise, you'll see your setup happening all the time and go, should I take this now? Should I take it now? Wait for the optimum time. Look for the higher time frame. Am I in a premium and am I selling this to a discount? Am I in a discount and selling this at a discount? Not a good place to be. I should have been up there. Could have taken that reversal from here. I don't know if that makes much sense to you if I'm just rambling, but time and price, my friend. That's the better way to answer your question in terms of when you see the best setup happening at the best time, that's a higher likelihood of success than trying to find it in a lunch hour consolidation like this. So we keep wicking up into that premium, discount premium, back and forth above that line. That's equilibrium. So we keep running it, run down, running it, just tapping on it right there. Just ran it one more time, and now we're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So this thing is compressing, and now it's got to blow out somewhere or another. It's got liquidity engineered above the market. It's got an engineered liquidity below the market. You got this fair value gap down here and this one up here. This one still hasn't been tapped yet. And this one hasn't been tapped yet. You're sitting right at that 50% mark. Like if I pull from here to here, you'll see. See that? That portion there is sitting right on the 70%. That little imbalance with that fair value gap sits right on the equilibrium. And this one here, discount, premium, discount, premium. See that? Or discount, premium, discount. Strange. Like array to like array to like array, premium to discount. You'll see me do these all the time. Look for these premium levels inside ranges that I'm in. I think that's going to be it for me, folks. I'm going to go for a little walk, and we'll come back into the markets again this afternoon. You guys keep digging away at it. I'm going to go out for a little walk. I got to get some more paint from my painter, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Good luck this afternoon. Looking for your setups. Those of you who are new, you're welcome to join us here. Subscribe. You can join us on Telegram as well. We're in Telegram after hours and like to have little discussions about things like Bitcoin and gold and whatever. Folks are in there all the time having a chat. So you're welcome to join us in there as long as you're kind. If you're rude or obnoxious, if you're coming in with stuff that's not ICT stuff, you'll just be asked to leave. And if you don't leave, then we'll just punch you. So just be nice, be kind, treat people as you want to be treated. That's all I ask. And be kind to one another. But that's it for me, folks. Again, thanks very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And thank you for all those little silent moments where I just go quiet. And I don't know, early in the morning, I get kind of rough start, but I get into it as we go. So thanks again. I love you guys. Appreciate your time. And thank you for all 861 of you that have subscribed. If that's all we ever get, I'm happy with that. You know, I'm happy with new people popping in all the time. But hey, we never get 1 million people. 861 is just as important as far as I'm concerned. So thank you very much for all of you that subscribe. Thank you again. And Abs, this is awesome stuff, man. You're seeing it. I know you're seeing it. And I love it. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Like, come on. Look at that. So, good work. I love that stuff. We're going to keep digging away at that, and we're going to work on that and get better and better at it. So, Anyway, I see you guys again tomorrow. Love to all you, your family.